All right, everyone, welcome to today's webinar. Congratulations for making it here. If you heard some chatter in the background, well, it was just us goofing around trying to get all the knobs pulled. We are live, though, for Digital Workshop number 2. The main event today is all about the how of building a digital product. Now, you know, I've built multiple digital products. I want to welcome everybody who's here on GoToWebinar. I want to welcome everybody who's watching us on our Facebook pages, and of course want to welcome everyone who's watching us through YouTube. Guys, let's get some excitement. Let's get pumped up. Before I even start, can you hear my voice? Let's all type in a big loud yes. Bring the energy with you. Type in a big loud yes. Bring the energy with you. All right, I get it. I see it. Sue, Juan, Donna, Keith, Jeanette, Michael, Mark, Robert, Pat, Ola, Anna, Kelly. All right, I love it. Well, guys, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're excited and energetic. We have a tremendous session today with our special guest, Jimmy Kim. He's back. As I introduced him last time, Jimmy Kim is not only a brilliant marketer, not only someone who has truly paid pots, but we've got some echoes coming on, so there we go, thank you. But he's also one of my closest friends and one of the few people that I trust absolutely the most. And I'm very blessed to have him here today. And so I am going to turn things over to him very soon. We are going to he's going to walk you through the exact process, both he, myself, and pretty much every top digital publisher on the internet takes to build digital products. So give me a number one if you are pumped and excited to build a digital product. Give me a number one. Give me a number one if you're pumped and excited to build a digital product. I want to see everybody type in the number one. You know what? I'm going to head over here to Facebook too, because I want to make sure you guys aren't being lazy over there. So if you're watching on Facebook, come on, give me the comment. Type in number one right now. Type in the number one right now. And before I officially turn things over, all right, well, we got a lot of people here joining us on Facebook, and I see a lot of ones coming in. All right. So listen, before we get started, I do want to say tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we have a GoToWebinar. It will not be streamed on Facebook. It will not be streamed on YouTube. It is a private invite. It is only for you to register for right now. www.lurn.com/done. www.lurn.com done. All right, /done. Do it right now. Save your seat. But listen, do it only if you will actually be here at 8 p.m. tomorrow, because seats are limited. I don't want you to take other people's seats. But also, today we're doing the how. There's 2 ways of building your own digital product and digital funnel. Today, we're going to show you pretty much the harder way. We're going to show you the manual way. We're going to show you how you can do it, how Jimmy and I have had to do it. But tomorrow, Jimmy's going to offer you a service he calls the concierge service. It's a very limited service. You can't take on too many people. It's a complete hands-on experience. But Jimmy and his team will build you your entire product, your funnel, your sales pages, your everything. But I like to be in practice full transparency, so I'll let you know that today we're showing you how to do it. Tomorrow, we are actually going to offer, you're going to have an opportunity, if you choose to do so, to enroll in the concierge service and have basically Jimmy's team do it all for you. Type in a big yes if you appreciate the transparency, if you appreciate that, you know, we did it this way, right? So today we train you, we teach you, you choose if you want to do it the way that you do it by yourself. Or tomorrow, come on, join us for a shorter presentation that's centered around the concierge service, and choose whether it's for you or not. But you got to be here tomorrow. All right, how many of you just registered just now for your spot at www.lurn.com/done? Okay, type in me if you just did it. You didn't do it last week, but you just did it now. Thomas, Bill, Pablo, Angela, Pat, Candy, George, Carol, Kelly, Jose, Trin, Andre, Ron. All right, awesome, congratulations. Well, listen, guys, we'll talk more about tomorrow's webinar later on in the day today, too. We are also going to do more Learn Fund giveaways at the end of today's session, so stay put. Get ready to take a tremendous amount of notes. And now I want to bring on one of my most trusted marketing buddies, one of my trusted friends on a personal level, and someone who has a great heart and who truly just, I don't know, continues to shock and amaze me with his skills on the internet and his ability to teach people to have breakthroughs. So everybody, let's all type in #Jimmy. Type in #Jimmy to help us introduce with a big warm Learn Nation welcome. Type in #Jimmy. There we go. We got lots of them coming in. Mr. Jimmy Kim, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for the warm hashtag welcomes, especially some of you like Elizabeth who put about 1,000 exclamation points after it, which is awesome.
All right. Well, listen, Jimmy, I'm ready, man. I'm paying attention. I always love to hear everything you teach, and I know my students are super excited and pumped. Take it away, man.
Awesome. Well, first things first, guys, thank you guys for being here, having me here, and taking the time to be here because it's always really appreciative when I see all these people. Super excited to be here. And, I've got a lot of stuff to go over here today with you guys, and I want to go ahead and start going right away. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to look and pay attention. I always pay attention to the questions, but we can always do more questions towards the end of it too as well. And I'm going to continue listening and paying attention at the same time. But, as we did last week, there's going to be lots of notes. I don't believe in this whole PowerPoint stuff. I'm not going to do that quite as well. Today, I'm just going to talk about it from the knowledge that I have in my head, and I'm going to share the process that we go through every time we're creating a product. And, for my company here, we're creating products on a daily basis almost for between our customers and for ourselves and all the different things that we do here. So let's jump right in. Now, what you're seeing on the screen, what you should be seeing right now is it says Digital Workshop number 2, how to build a digital business with unlimited scale, with myself and Anik, of course, as the host and the presenter. So I'm just going to quickly recap what we had, and these were the 7 steps to creating a product. And what we're going to do is we're going to jump from here, and we're going to go back and forth between this and a paint where I'm going to be able to draw out some things that you should be thinking about. And I'm going to expand on every topic that we did last week. I still have the notes up here, of course. Last week, we talked about all sorts of little basic stuff around it because we had to kind of set the stage, show you that whole case study between making $90 or $1,125. Now, you guys are all here because you know what we're talking about. And for some reason, you missed it. I know Anik has that replay available out there. I know he's probably emailed it 1,000 times and all that good stuff. So, and I see you guys on Facebook. I see you guys on YouTube. I see you guys all. I actually have a couple screens up myself. So I'm listening to you guys as you guys are typing away. So I'm going to try to pay attention to everybody here today. All right. Well, let's get started right away. So the first and the utmost part, and I'm gonna kind of bring this down here because we're going to really dig into each part of it, right? The first thing that you're thinking about when you're creating a product is understanding what you want to talk about. Now, I know what you're thinking right away, and people go, well, Jimmy, I don't know what to talk about, or I don't know what my product is. So, something that Onyx says a lot in his a lot of courses and, products and stuff like that is talk about this passion, right? Passion to profit, right? That's a statement that he says quite often. And it's a very true statement. It's actually a very well-known statement that a lot of people use out there on the internet. And it's something that you've got to think about when it comes down to it. And I talked about this last week when it came to selecting your niche, right? So this comes to your niche selection, right? The first thing that you've got to do before you can even think about any other step, before you're buying any tools, before you're buying anything, you've got to know your selection. So what's important when it comes down to your selection is very simple. You're thinking about how to, what are you going to sell? What are you going to sell, and what's in your head and what's knowledgeable enough that you can create something that people will pay you for, and people will do anything that they'll pull out their wallets and give you money and, respect you as an authority of, right? So you got to kind of dig deep a little bit. And, the first and the one lowest hanging fruit that I tell everybody, all my students, myself, and I think Onyx has said this as well, is that one of the biggest things that you got to look at is you're sitting here, you guys go to different webinars, you guys have different courses, you guys have learned a lot of stuff. You guys probably go on YouTube and get a lot of free information. You go on Google and search things. Internet marketing is actually not a very, very bad niche selection because it's a great foundation for yourself, right? So I'm just giving you guys an idea right now. There's other ones like personal development, weight loss, and all that good stuff. But let's focus on the first one, because the first one right now is the lowest hanging fruit, the one that I always think people are doing. Now, I know I'm going to see people say, but I like to look at goldfish or something. I really like goldfish, and I want to make a product about goldfish. Great, that's not a problem. But let's face it. Now, last week I talked about this thing about the whole big fish in a small pond versus a small fish in a big pond, right? So I say I'd rather be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond, right? So what I mean by this is very simple You've got to do your market research, right? This is where the most important thing, and I think that people get a little bit worried right here because they're kind of like, well, I don't know if there's a research or how to research this or figure out if there's a market available for it. And that's where it comes down to it, right? For me, when I'm looking at a market, what I do is this, right? I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. The first thing that comes to my mind is, hey, I want to build a course about blah, whatever the blah is, right? And I say, where do I go first? So I start looking in the major portals, right? First things first, I jump right over to clickbank.com and I look at the marketplace. And I type in some keywords that are available. I look at all the different items that are available on that keyword, and I type in through a couple categories, and I'll kind of look through and just look to see if anyone's made any products, right? So now, hold on one second. I'm going to pull this up. Let me first size the window so it makes everyone happy, including the hamsters. Hold on. All right. And clickbank.com. And I'm going to show you this, right? Let me pull this up. All right, cool. And I'm going to switch to Safari. There we go. So now you're seeing my web browser now.
Hey,
the first thing I'm doing. Yes.
Your sound went bad real quick. Like did your mic change?
Not that I know. Oh, hold on one second. I see. Oh, I disconnected. Hold on one second, guys. Let me reconnect this mic back up. I don't know how it pulled out, I guess, when I did this here. Hold on one second.
While he's doing that, everyone type in hashtag LearnNation because you're excited about the training being brought to you today. Type in hashtag LearnNation. All right, type in hashtag LearnNation. All right, awesome. Come on, let's see more of them. Don't forget, we'll be giving away. All right, cool. I was gonna bribe you guys with my giveaway, but everyone's typing it in. Awesome, thank you. Jimmy, you ready?
Almost. It's loading up right now. Give me 1 second. It's my Zoom.
And so Angela said here, it's not your passion, it's your audience's passion. Well, Angela, it's a little bit of both. It's when you're first starting your first business, if you go into a topic that you truly enjoy, you truly believe in, and you truly get excited about, it's going to make the chances of you succeeding 10 times higher versus if you go into a topic that you don't care at all about, it's going to make things harder. So in an ideal world, it should be your passion and your audience's passion. That is going to be the perfect niche. I mean, obviously, assuming also that it makes, it matches all the other metrics as well. All right, Jimmy, you ready?
All right. Yep, absolutely. Is that better?
It's much better. There you go.
Okay. Sorry, guys, about that. So I'll try to not touch my microphone. For whatever reason, my microphone decided to disconnect for a second there. So, guys, I'm here on ClickBank, and the first thing I do on market research is two things. First, I type in a product idea, right? So Pat here just said mine is niche party planning. So let's just look up. 1 second. Let's look up party planning and see what comes up here. All right, so immediately when I look at party planning, I see a couple products here, and you're thinking, okay, there's a couple products here. Now, I want you guys to look at something. I'm going to teach you guys something real quick, and I'm sure many of you guys know about this, but I've got to make sure that I'm sharing this with you guys, and I zoom closer so you guys can see better. And right off the back, when you see this, right, see right here, there's something called gravity. Gravity is the amount of people and initial dollar per sale. There's two things that are happening here. Just because you see all these people, product, and look, I'm going to scroll down real quick. Hold on, let me start from the top here. So this one says 0 with a gravity of 0. Let's go to the next one. 0 with the initial gravity sales. 0 with 0. This one says 0.05 and $25 a sale. 0.014, $13 a sale. And you guys kind of get the thing, right? 0, 0. So what this is telling me, Pat, since you said your niche right now is party planning, what that's really telling me right now, right off the back, is it's a really small pond. You're going to be the big fish in the small pond. No matter how great your course is, people are not looking for it. As I keep scrolling down here, and this one doesn't even make sense why it's there, but as I keep scrolling through it and looking at it, no one is on here that's looking to do it. It's a bad niche. Right off the back, you should know, looking at that, that's a bad niche. That's not a niche you want to be inside of because nobody is buying or is promoting it. There's no affiliate. So gravity is a score that's generated by ClickBank. And ClickBank says, okay, the number of affiliates that are making a sale during a unique period of time, I think it's about an 18-day period, they're saying 0.14. So they're saying the average affiliate. So you're not even getting one affiliate. It's saying that it's 0.14. I don't know what the exact math is. No one shares that exact math, but that's what the score is on it. And then the dollar per sale. Anything that says $0 per sale means has never even had a chance to actually sell. So that, Pat, is a bad niche. And that means you need to go back and rethink about that. That's why I say to people, you should be looking at the niche that you're actually involved in on an everyday basis, quote unquote, list building, email marketing, list building, same thing. Of course, website building, niche marketing, whatever it may be, and think about it in a much broader situation. So that's how you have to think about it. But Juan, gravity is the number. It's an algorithm made by ClickBank, but basically the idea behind it is the number of affiliates that have promoted and actually made sales in a certain period of window. And I think it's about 18 days is what they say. And I don't know the exact math or numbers, but it's actually a very thing. And it's okay, past 12 weeks actually, says Magadale. So I may be wrong. I don't use ClickBank quite as much. I use it more for market research. So that's how I look at it, right? So that's not a good sign that, all these products out there that are here, especially the ones that are pulling up on the top here, are not actually making any sales. So that tells me that it's a bad niche. Now I'm going to jump over here and look at like e-marketing or something like that. And you'll see there's a ton of different products. You'll see Gravity's 90, 40, 81, 61, 118, 102. So these are saying that people are actually making real sales with this, and these are things that people are doing. Now, I'm not telling you that these are the perfect products or the perfect angles to take, but I'm just purely showing you there's a market available. And when I talked about that whole big fish in a little pond versus a little fish in a big pond, I'd rather be involved in this, where there's all these places and people available. Now let's jump over to like JVZoo again, all right? And JVZoo is another network. It's the one that we prefer because we think it's a great platform, and you can look up different things that you can do. They changed their front site. Let's see here. All right, they're forcing you to log in, I guess now. All right, cool. All right, well, let's log into it, and we'll go to this account and look at the top sellers, and we'll go to find products. Okay, so if we go in here and we go into products, and here we go to party planning, and we'll do the same search. So we type in party planning here. There's two products on party planning here. There's one that was launched in 2013, one that was launched in 2015. And you'll see here, they've made less than 10 sales. There was no sales actually. Actually, it's less than 10 means there was none, because there's no conversion and no EPC. There's no average price. There's no refunds. It's empty. That purely continues to dig into me and tells me party planning is a horrible digital marketing niche. So this shouldn't be what's in your mind when you're looking for it. What you should be looking at is you should be looking at, looking for products that are actually selling, which is why I said, put in your mindset the things that I know right off the back, right? If I think about the top 3 niches in the marketplace as a digital marketer of 8 years, and Anik would agree with me on this, is internet marketing space, which means that it could be anything from software to info products to teaching people how to do Facebook or list building, or going to niche marketing, building affiliate websites, whatever that may be. Personal development like law of attraction, meditation, things that go, and then health and fitness being a huge one, how to lose weight, yoga, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that actually does well. So let's just jump over here and we'll look at like health and fitness real quick, right? So health and fitness, right? We'll take a look and check that out right there, right? 121, 78. There's a gravity score here. And anything over like a 20 or 30 gravity score tells me immediately that there's affiliates available out there. Remember last week we talked about how in the case study that if you have affiliates to drive you traffic, free traffic, you're not paying them unless they make a sale. That's the best way of actually having a great business. So now let's look at self-help again. Self-help being another big one, 103, 82, 44, and so forth. So I'm not trying to beat this down, but I just wanted to do it because Pat had done it, and I hope I gave Pat a good idea of, hey, it's time to leave that niche that you were thinking about. And I see Pat said, wow, and I need to go think about another niche, all right? So let me minimize that. What did I just show? Okay, hold on one second. I went to all sorts of screens here. All right, so I'm back here on my main screen here. Okay, cool. So remember, I'd rather be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond. So keep rethinking about that, guys, when you're thinking about that. So we just did that, and we did JVZoo, right? So that's the first thing. You got to do market research. You've got to understand your niche. You got to understand who you're talking to, who your audience is, and if there's availability of people who are willing to pull out their wallets and pay you for it, right? Look, at the end of the day, you guys are all building real businesses. You've got to think like that, just as you would. Just because you'd pull out your wallet for this product doesn't mean everybody else would pull out that wallet, right? So let's make sure that you're really clear on that. Then second, right, the second thing I do in product research is very simple. The second thing when I'm doing research before I even start creating my course is I go buy some. Go buy a few. And chances are you guys both already own a few different products, right? You guys own different things. Some of you guys may own some of Onyx products, some of my products, some of whoever's products out there. And guess what? Those are perfect examples of products, how they're supposed to be laid out, things and examples, how they teach. And you know what the number one thing that I tell people is you just need to figure out how to improve upon that idea, and you've got a better product. So the idea should be very simple. You're looking to make a better version of that product and whatever you're trying to do when it comes down to it. So that's where you got to go when you're thinking about product research. Now, let's say here you've done your market research, right? And you've done your product research. You bought a few. You understand what people want. You understand what it is, especially when you're a newbie and when you're first starting off. The last thing you want to do is trying to create a brand new niche or segment. The thing you want to be thinking and focusing about is literally tapping into what's already available. So we're getting rid of as many barriers of entry or barriers of issues that you might have when it comes down to it. So great. Now, you want to go from here and you want to start thinking, all right, I'm ready to start thinking about that product. What am I going to do? How am I going to build it, right? So there's 3 ways to build it, right? I'm going to give you the 3 ways to build it, and I'm going to tell you about it, okay? So the first way to build it is very simple. Audio, okay? When I say audio, you're going to literally go and say, hey, I have so much knowledge about internet marketing and list building. I can literally spout it out, okay? I'm going to spout it out and record myself, okay? All right, I'm going to record myself, and then I'm going to go and take that and take it to a place like rev.com. That's a transcription service. So what they're going to do is take your voice, and they're going to take it and they're going to put it down on paper. Then you're going to go and you can either do it yourself or you can hire somebody. And you're going to either take it and either put it on your page as a PDF, an ebook, and create an ebook, right? Create an ebook or PDF report, all right? So that's option 1 when you want to build it, right? Option 2 of building it is very, very simple too. You're going to literally create PowerPoints, right? PowerPoints or video of the product. So you're going to take it just like I'm doing right now, just like I'm doing on this webinar. You're going to go ahead and do it. You're going to take it, create it, record yourself with products like ScreenFlow or Camtasia. You may own one of these, or there's other products out there, but I'm giving you the ones that are the most popular in the community. Record your screen with ScreenFlow and Camtasia, take it, and then import to your favorite video source, YouTube, Vimeo, what else? Wistia. There's a couple other ones out there as well when it comes down to it. I'm not here to name everything. I see people giving me ideas, right? And then the third way that you can build a product is face to camera video, right? To camera. So if you're comfortable in front of a camera, an actual physical camera, or your iPhone, you can use you can use a professional one, or you can use your mobile phone. A lot of people don't recognize that these mobile phones have gotten so ridiculously good. If you just have a tripod stand set up, you can do one. Actually, I was watching a podcast. I was listening to a podcast from Gary Vaynerchuk, and last week, apparently during he does these daily shows on YouTube. He was talking about how he shot a whole episode on his iPhone just to prove that you could do it and anyone can do it using that iPhone, right? So you can go to face to camera and then you'll record it, you'll do it, and then you'll get someone to either do some editing to it or whatever. So you need to edit the video if you've got issues, or if you're really good on camera, you might not have to edit it, whatever it may be. And then you're going to go ahead and import that again to your favorite video. Now, there's other ways to do it, like podcasts and all these other ideas that I did see people coming into, but listen, I'm trying to give you guys the 3 easiest ways. I know there's 1,000 other ways to do this, but don't think about it too far. Don't get too creative when you're creating your first product. I remember in 2011 when I created my first product, I went at this angle here, and this was probably the easiest for me because I wasn't comfortable on camera. I wasn't as good as a speaker as I am now, and I don't think I'm a great speaker still to this day, but I know that I can at least articulate and speak and share the words that I want to do. But with a PowerPoint, I could literally read off a transcript that I make and then start actually reading out what I wanted to share and all that good stuff, okay? And then from there, you are ready. Now, this is when you're starting to build process. Now, I know what you're guessing. What about the coursework? Well, unfortunately, I can't sit here and tell you exactly what your course is going to be about. But last week, we talked about this real quick. We said that you need to make sure that these 3 things are happening. So I'm going to pull that up real quick. And you need to make sure that, select your niche. That's fine. Okay, so you need to make sure that when you're creating that course, you need to make sure that you are doing these 3 things. 1, you need to fill a need or come up with a problem or solution. You've got to have the knowledge. Now, I know that this is the part that people get the most scared on, knowledge. The idea of knowledge, where's the knowledge and stuff like that. I'm going to give you a little bit of secret, okay? I'm going to tell you guys a mind-blowing secret that you guys may do. Do you want to hear this? Type a yes if you want to hear a mind-blowing secret that you guys are going to think like, it's actually kind of stupid, but it's actually really powerful, right? So knowledge, right? This is the thing that people struggle with, right? Guess what? Most products, I'm gonna type this out so you guys can read it. Like it's like elusive right now, right? Most products are just gathering of free information in one central location. Okay, think about that. All right, most products are just gatherings of free information in one central location. Example, if you jumped over to my YouTube channel, for example, and I'm not telling you guys to go run off and do that right now, just telling you, if you guys jumped into my YouTube channel, for example, you literally could learn all about email marketing, things and strategies that I do in my business that I give away for absolutely free. You could take it, fine-tune it, regurgitate it, and suddenly you could actually create a program like an email mastery program. And it's all just information based on someone else teaching you taking, I'm not saying copy word for word, but you're taking that information and you're basically taking it and repackaging it so that it's your words, your information, and that's it. That is exactly all you're doing here. And Pablo, if you're looking, just Google us, go to YouTube and type my name and you'll find me. It's not that hard. So look for me if you want to. That's just a pure example, but that's how information is out there. A lot of the information that people have. Now, I know there's little tidbits and more higher level information out there, available things that people are doing that they don't give away for free. But the way that digital marketing and the digital world has become, and the amount of content that's available in the marketplace today, that's all it really is. This right here, most products are just gatherings of free information in one central place, right? Organized neatly and with a great checklist or follow through series, I guess, like a workbook, I guess, is what I'm thinking of. It's literally just taking information and making it really, really good. The problem that you run with this is that it takes a lot of time to gather that information. I'm going to jump on Google. I'm going to jump on YouTube. I'm going to jump on, different places and, look for different information, free information. But I'm going to literally sit there and you got to watch, you got to transcribe, you've got to spend time to put it all together. Then you got to take something like a whiteboard and then kind of organize it all together. But it's out there and available. So just remember that, and of course, if you have some really special ninja skill or some hack or some crazy stuff that you've been able to do, well then you may be someone different. But I'm just telling you that this is what most products are. 99% of the products that I review on the internet that people come to me as vendors, come to me to promote or any of this stuff, it's all about it. It's about how well you put that information together that makes that product much significantly better. That's the thing that you've got to think about, and that's the one thing that you should be thinking about when it comes down to it. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make absolute sense? Give me a yes if that makes sense there. Yes? Okay, awesome, good. I see you guys too over there in Facebook world. I see you guys dropping all yeses in there too as well too. So awesome, cool. So that's it right there. That's how you're creating your course. So we figured it out. You did your market research, right? Then you're going to think about how you're going to build it. You've got to make that decision. How are you going to really build that thing? And there's nothing wrong with creating just a simple ebook, guys, by the way. That literally is one of my first products ever, was an ebook. I mean, it's the easiest way. And then eventually I evolved into that ebook. Once I realized, hey, there's some traction, I made it a PowerPoint, right? And then eventually I could have made it a face-to-camera, the same product over and over. I could have revolutionized it in a 2.0, a 3.0. There's my 1.0, there's my 2.0, there's my 3.0 of that same product right in front of your face. And all I had to do was find information. I made my first course. It was kind of about blogging and how you can write blogs for affiliate products and like how you can maximize it, rank them, and get traffic for free and all that good stuff. That was back in 2011 when it was much easier. Unfortunately, that world is a little bit more competitive and so forth. So that's step one, guys. It's literally the same. And Louise, just like you said, writing a paper for an English class, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? That's it. And there's your course. That's literally how you're going to put that course together, how you're going to make that course. And then from there, we're going to move right into step number 2. All right. So step number 2 is the sales copy. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into sales copy because I believe Anik spent 2 weeks, maybe like a couple weeks right before these webinars. I believe he spent time talking about copy, but copy is your sales messaging, right? So this is your sales messaging, and you should message. I can't spell today, by the way, so I'm going to let this thing tell me. Okay, it's your sales messaging. It's the words that sell. Now, when you're creating sales messaging, right, I'm going to reiterate this again. Here is the part I'm going to pull up again and just bring it up here so that I have it. All right. So when you're working on your sales messaging, you've got different styles, and we're going to talk about that right now and how each one of them are done. Okay. So sales messaging, you guys get writing it, right? This is the hardest part. This is the part that people struggle the most with. You can hire some outsourcers. I know Anik has a certification program, so there's a lot of great copywriters coming out right now. So if you guys email Lurn, I'm sure they would be like, hey, I've got 3 copywriters that would work for you and that are brand new, that were just certified, that could write your copy for you. There you go. That's a way to hire somebody, outsource it. Probably cheaper than $1,000 if you're doing the first copy or second one. Maybe $500, $300. I don't know what they're going to charge. That's up to you and them. All right. So that's the hardest part. And I'm going to bring that back up here. So your sales messaging, that's the hardest part of the situation. The second part is to make that decision. Now, there's different decisions that you've got to make. Okay. You've got to figure out how you want to present that information. How do you want to sell it? Do you want to sell it on a webinar like I'm talking to you guys right now? Or do you guys want to get on a video sales letter? That's where you either get on camera. This actually goes right back to the same. You can go and get on camera, or you could just record the audio and then have someone make you a PowerPoint, or you can even create your own PowerPoint and just voice through it. I mean, my first product in 2011 was a VSL that I made based on a PowerPoint. I spent all night going on PowerPoint, which is words, nothing special, just like I'm showing you right now, except it was just a little bit more flashy because I thought I had to spend all this time making flashy videos, and that's how he did it. Then there's also the opportunity to do something like a written sales letter, right? That's where you write out a bunch of stuff on a page. You've seen them all before. There's a great way to write written sales letters. It does the same thing. You introduce yourself, a story, you talk about problem solutions, and you go for the close and ask them to pull out their wallets and pay you. Pretty simple. Again, I'm not getting into copy. There's 5 steps. Anik talks about it. If you go back to, I think, 2 webinars ago, you can watch all about that and learn all about that. Then there's webinars, just like the one you're on right now, except I would be selling you something at the end, which I'm not today. But if you wanted to, you literally educate, give content, then you sell. Very simple, right? Last but not least, I call it a hybrid because it could be a little bit of any of these. This is where you can get a little creative, but don't get too creative. I tell people all the time, stick with what works, because don't try to create something brand new. Again, you're new. You don't want to sit out there and go out to do different things. So that's it. That's the simplicity behind copywriting. Again, I'm not going to get too deep into copywriting because you guys have learned plenty already when it comes down to it. All right. All right. So let's talk about number 3. This is where it starts getting a little bit more difficult. I'm gonna pre-warn you guys. This starts getting a little bit more techie and so forth. So last week I told you about this, right? I'm going to pull this up again, and I'm going to bring this in. So 3, how does my page look? All right. So how does my page look? You know, obviously you've got to make sure that you have all the things. Now I'm going to give you some resources here today, and I'm going to teach you about why I like each one of these resources when it comes down to it, and then kind of the negatives behind each and every one when I look at them, right? So first things first, it's got to look great. We all agree. The better your store looks, the better your page. Remember one thing, when they land on your web page, your landing page, wherever they're landing on, when they come there, remember this is your representation of who you are, the quality of person you are as far as your business. So if your page looks like it's from 1995, they're going to think that you're from 1995, and your consumer confidence drops. So it's very, very important that you're looking for to make your page look great. And that means it has to be web friendly, and it's got to load great, and even the colors and the feeling and everything has got to represent the product. So you're thinking now, how do I create that? Well, I've already created my product. I've already created my sales messaging, and now I've got to literally create the design. So this is where it gets a little difficult, right? I actually forgot one here. I'm going to put this. Designs is a great place as well. But tools and outsourcing, you've got options. So first, we're going to talk about tools here. There's the famous one, ClickFunnels, that you guys have heard most likely about. It's a page builder. It's a bit expensive. It's like $300 a month, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a really great all-in-one resource. So you can grab that if you don't already have it, or whatever you want to do with that. Or you can go ahead and use a product like this one here. I think is web-based, and you can create with this lead pages. These are all web-based actually, except for the last one, which is WordPress-based. There's also a couple other ones. If I want to give a shout out to my friend Sean Donahoe, for example, he's got Profit Builder. This is also a WordPress-based one that I like better than Optimized Press, for example. Or you can code in raw HTML or PHP. And there's other page builders out there. There's free ones out there like Wix, I guess, is a great free one. This one's free. That's free. There's other ones out there that are free. There's a bunch of them out there. But at the end of the day, the one thing that you're remembering is that these tools, for example, are really, really important to your success, right? So that's where it comes down to, and you've got to make a decision. Or this is where I'm going with this, and I wanted to make sure that you guys are listening about this. I don't like to create my own sales pages, because if I can go out and outsource to somebody, I know what the design should look like, right? I've seen enough designs. I'm mimicking what I've seen work. So I've seen that this product, for example is I saw a product that had really, really good sales, right? I'm going to go out and mimic that page. I'm not saying copy it again. I'm saying let's follow the flow, let's follow the designs, let's get a good idea and mock it up, right? So for me, myself, I use tools to mock up stuff, right? So here's some tools that I use to mock up my designs. For example, I use Paint, and I think Onik uses Paint too. We use Microsoft Paint or Apple Paint or whatever this thing is called that I'm using here today with you guys. Or you can create things like, I think this is one of my favorite tools right there, but it's a little expensive, but Mockups is a tool that I use. And I don't know any other. There's one called like Sketch, and there's a couple other ones out there that you can create. So I create a mock-up, then I go out to my outsourcer, and I go out into my Freelancer and Upwork, and you can look to get someone to develop these pages for you, create them. So you're looking for someone to, you'll be looking for someone to create the page, plus, design. These are the words you want to use: design and splice the page to HTML, okay? Those are the words that you want to use. This is very specific words here. You want to design and splice the page to HTML. What you're saying is you want them to first help you design it, then you want them to convert that to actual raw code so that it actually displays on your website, okay? And if you're lost right now, it's okay. I want you guys to go back to watching this later on. Just remember, you're going to watch last week's and this week's to really get that idea flowing in your head, because there's a lot of information that we're going to go over here today, all right? So then you're going to jump over, and these are the places that I recommend: freelancer.com, upwork.com, 99 Design, and this is the pricing you're looking at most likely to get your page built. I would say for a newbie, you could all day get a great page designed and made and spliced and put together and ready for about $300. It's not completely out of the realm, but the more pages you have, so the most upsells, which we're going to talk about in a second, in funnels, it's where you start creating it, all right? Really simple and design. You guys all get how design works. It's all about how you present that product, right? Now, next step, let's go to funnels, all right? Let me pull up my handy dandy page here, builder here, Paint, my favorite thing in the world to create and get, where is it? Oh, Paintbrush. Okay, now you guys are seeing my Paintbrush, one of my favorite tools that I like to use and create mockups with, right? Funnels. This is where we're gonna jump right into funnels. All right, let me just go a little bit bigger here so you guys can see it a little bit better. There we go. So we're going to build a funnel. All right. So what is a funnel? All right. So last week I talked about what a funnel was. You guys we were talking about, okay, If you go to McDonald's and you order a Big Mac or whatever, they're going to ask you if you want fries with that, do you want a soda with that, would you like an apple pie? You're going through a funnel. So now let's relate it to the online business. So these are the terms that you're going to be thinking about, right? So this is going to be what we call, whoops, you know what? I don't like that box. Give me 1 second. Let me pick a different box. Okay, there. There's your funnel. This is what we're going to call your FE, okay? FE stands for front end, okay? Same thing. We call it the front end product. This is your landing page. This is where your traffic is coming into. So this is where your traffic is coming into. It could be a landing page too before that, but this is where the first place that they can pull out their wallet, okay? So let me put a little money sign here. So this is where your product goes to. Now, from there, you're going to take him on almost a journey. Now, this is where things get really, really important when you're creating products, okay? So you're taking him through a journey. So you're going to the next product here, and you're going to take him to a journey, right? And you guys all have experienced this. And from there, we call this the first OTO, which is one-time offer, or upsell number 1, okay? We're going to shrink that down just a little bit because it's not going to fit. All right, perfect. All right, so this is what we call a one-time offer, or you're going to call it an upsell 1, whatever you want to call it, upgrade offer. You can call it a million things, but this is where you're going to do it. Now, here's the key that people miss a lot of times when they're creating this first product, right? Let's say you've created a product about email marketing. Well, what's the first natural upsell that I could sell you guys? What would be the first thing that I could sell you? Has anyone got an idea? I mean, if you guys give me a good idea, I'm going to put you on the idea based around, what's this, the giveaway. So I'm going to put you on the list. So I'm looking at you guys too on Facebook right now. I'm looking for people to give me an idea what you would sell as your first upsell to a list building course. Let's say my first course was how to build a list. So how do you do it? There you go. Sumit Sharma, Anik, remember that name, Sumit? You got one, right? A done for you service or something that's done for you, okay? So done for you would work, coaching would work, some type of advanced training works, all right? So what you need to do when you're creating a very, very good first upsell, it has to be something, it could be a resource or software as well. There could be a lot of things. I'm not telling you there's a right answer or wrong here as I see people, right? What you're doing here is you said, okay, I'm going to teach you list building, right? What's the perfect upsell to it? I'm going to coach you. I'm going to take you and show you the things that I've been able to be successful at. I'm going to give you advanced training on there. I'm going to give you resources or software that can help you accelerate or do something better. It has to be a very, very important thing because this is where you really make your money. You don't really make your money on a product, on the front end product that most people think. You don't make your money here. You make your money with the upsells. The upgrades are what make your money because these are things that you've got a committed customer. Whereas, just to show you here, in this case, let's say you've got a 3% conversion rate, right? So this is where you got a 3% conversion rate. Let's say your product is $30. I'm just giving you guys some random numbers here again, hypothetical situation. Well, your first upsell, you're going to have something like a 30% conversion rate. All right. You can't send people straight to this. I already know what people are thinking. And you're going to be able to sell that for like $60, let's just say, okay? Now, think about this, right? If I bring in 100 people here through my funnel and I make a 3% conversion rate, pretty simple, 3 times 100 people, so 3 times $30 is about $90 here, right? Now, from that, if I get 30% of that 3 people to buy something, remember it's only of those 3, you're getting $60. So you've just added about $60 in that first upsell sequence roughly. So you just added that, you just made this to $150. Now we're gonna go ahead and add a second upsell. Now this is where it's kind of what we call, depends on who you are and how many upsells you wanna sell. But for me, I like to stick to about 2 upsells. It's up to people how many more, but you could do as many as you want. It's it's up to you, right? So one-time offer number 2 and upsells. I'm going to talk about something in just a second called downsells as well. If you're interested, again, I'm not a big fan of them, but it's all the way up to the person that's marketing this. Remember this, right? So now you're going to sell another upsell too. And now people have said, someone said, I want 100 upsells. You do not want 100 upsells. Put yourself in a person's shoe before you say that, right? So upsell 2 will be naturally something like traffic, all right? Traffic course, how to get traffic, something like that, right? I'm just kind of building it off. I'm basing that this front end is a list building course, right? I'm just thinking of something randomly that you guys can relate to. So I'm going to take him there and I'm going to tell him that this upsell 2, for example, I'm going to sell and I'm going to price it at $60 as well. And I'm going to say, about 20 to 30%. I'll usually take it. Usually your first upsell and second upsell, not too different. So let's just use the same number. And you have the same thing. You're going to add plus $60 here, right? Same thing, because you're following the same flow. You had the same amount of customers that came in, and you're adding a plus $60 here. And all you've done, again, is added another $60 to your table. Now, you started off looking at it. If you just created a front-end product and nothing else, you would have had $60. By the time they go through your funnel, for example, here, you've created 60 plus 60 on top of it. So that's 120 plus 90. So now all of a sudden you have a $210 earned, okay? Right? Because they went through your funnel. And this is how marketing works on the internet, because there's no way to actually call the person or speak to the person in person and sell them the whole entire package up front. I could have easily sold this package at 60, 120, 150, right? I could have sold it at $150. But if I came to you guys, as you think about it, and I said, hey, I have a course for $150, got everything. And then I said, hey, I have a course for $30. Human nature is to go gravitate straight to that $30 course, because that's just human nature. So it's taking the idea of doing that and making sure that you're doing. Now, from here, just so you guys are well educated and making sure that you guys know, you have options. You could actually take a person from here to a product called a downsell, okay? So I'm gonna put it in a circle so you guys know it's different, and this is optional. So they call this a downsell, all right? A downsell number 1, this is where you go, okay, let's just pretend. I'm going to give you, again, a hypothetical situation and say downsell is this. If they say no, okay, so they say no to this. So this is where funnels are starting to create. This is going to get a little bit confusing. And I'm going to put some yeses and nos here, okay? If they say no, you can take them to a downsell. So let's say you offered them a one-time upgrade of a this done for you coaching. Let's say a done for you product, right? We offered them a one time on this done for you. They said, no, thank you, right? You could take them to a downsell and say, okay, look, maybe $60 was too expensive. I've got a better one. Now, the done for you solution came with 10 emails and 5 landing pages. What if I were to sell you 5 emails and 2 landing pages for just $30, right? I'm giving you guys a bucks, right? Now, what you're doing is you're salvaging people to try to get something out of them, right? $30, right? Now, that's where money is saved almost. So now, remember how we had just about a 30% of people who said yes to that one-time offer? You're literally flipping it and saying, okay, well, if you can just get 10% of the people to buy this downsell 1 instead, then you can still capitalize at least half that money back into your pocket. And then from there, what's cool is you can take them back to the next upsell afterwards and try to see if this next product will sell and work for them again. And that's where it comes really cool. So regardless to say yes or no, here at this point, yes or no, you could literally go and put them right into this upsell 2. Does that kind of make sense, guys? Do you guys understand where people are understanding here? Give me a number 5 if you understand exactly what I'm talking about so far. And give me a 4 if you're like a little confused. It's cool to be confused, guys. I get it. That's why there's replays available. Okay, there's a couple 4s here. You guys being honest, I appreciate that. Look, it's not going to click for everybody, but I wanted to make sure that you guys are understanding it and listening right now so that you can go back and kind of watch it again and kind of understand. And this is a funnel. This is what we do. In fact, if I look over here to my right-hand side where I have this giant whiteboard, unfortunately I can't show you guys this right now, but this whiteboard, I've got a funnel I just built out for my next release that I'm doing. And I literally build out my funnels pretty early when it comes down to it, because I got to know what I'm doing in order to make sure that I'm catering my products correctly. So upsells, downsells, back to an upsell, you can do all sorts of different things. It all depends on how they're saying yes or no to your offer. So that's a funnel, guys. That's exactly how a funnel works. You can have more upsells, you can have more downsells. That's completely up to you. I always say I prefer myself. I like a front end and 2 upsells because that's clean. You're not pissing the customer off too much. And I feel like in my shoes, if I only had that offered, I wouldn't be too upset. So that's what a funnel is, okay? Makes sense? Cool. All right. Let me go back to the text pad. Cool. All right. Yeah. So there you go, Magadel. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So we just saw that on the presentation there. Now, This is where we start getting technical. This is where the part that a lot of people start failing. And even myself, when I first started, this was really hard for me. Membership sites. So this is the place in which you receive your product. All right. This is the technology. There is no hack to this, unfortunately. This is literally one of those things that unless you're a coder and you don't need this, you literally need to buy something, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a couple ideas, and I think I gave them to you guys last week, so I'm going to pull them up again, and I'm going to just tell you what each of them will cost you roughly, so you guys have an idea behind it, okay? So just to give you some idea, you need technology, so you'll need, first you'll need hosting, right? Web hosting. You got to have web hosting. It's got to host your web page, your web page plus membership sites usually, and it just depends from here, okay? So from there, you're looking at the different ones. So I think Wishlist is like 97 bucks a year. Optimized Press is 97 a year. ClickFunnels is what, like $297 a month, I think. Everlesson is like $297 a year. Kajabi is $997 a year. Teachable is I think free, but you have to pay them 10% all the way to like the basic plan, I think is like $49 or $59 a month. So there's just some technologies that you can use. I'm just laying them out for you. They all are very simple to use. You're going through the process, you're building out everything, and they'll teach you. They've got support, all that good stuff. I'm not going to get into there, but what I want to talk about is membership design, okay? Membership design, okay? Super, super important when you're thinking about the membership design. It's $97 a month for ClickFunnels. All right, I didn't realize there's two packages. I don't know them, okay? Okay, so there you go. I see two people yelling at me about it. I apologize, Bob and Angela. I don't know the prices because I don't use them. I just know that something's $297 a month there, so I know I'm right. But still, here's the prices. Here's what all the options to create a membership site is going to cost you, right? Now, what's more important than just what product you're using, I don't care which product you guys end up using here. It's cool. You guys have all the options in the world when it comes down to what you've got to be thinking about is design. Now, you've got to take them through a journey of flow, how they're going to grab their product. And this, again, just like your front-end design, is important. It represents you and you as an authority, all right? Pretty simple, right? By having it in there, you've got to think about it. One thing I always like to do, does it pass my mom test, all right? This is one of my most important things that I say when it comes to a membership design. Does it pass my mom test? What I mean there is if I were to give it to my mother, I'm not picking on your mother or anyone's mother here. I'm just saying my mom because my mom's not super computer literate. So if I look at her and say, Mom, can you figure this out, and she can figure it out, then I know it's passing the mom test. So it's important that they can get through the steps. If you decide to make it step 1, step 2, step 3, or module 1, module 2, module 3, whatever it may be, it's got to be really, really easy for them to use because you're going after an array of people on the internet. So that's the part that I always think about that's super, super important, okay? And that's where it comes. And Javon called me a mama's boy, and I probably am, I guess, compared to, I take care of her, so I guess so. But anyways, that's what we say. You got to pass your mom test. You got to make sure that these things are working, and you've got to think about that. And that's it. Really simple. The rest of the building out part, you guys have seen enough membership areas that you guys have a pretty good idea what they should look like. I've seen some really bad ones, and they don't represent to me that they're an authority. And I've seen some really great ones. And when I see that, I feel relieved that I made a great investment. Remember that they've made an investment into you. So this step is super important to make sure that it looks good. It looks clean. Your login page looks great. Your videos are hosted nicely and all that good stuff, right? Pretty simple and straightforward. So then we jump into the next 2 steps. And these are the steps that I don't have a lot to explain except get a tech guy if you're not techie. Get a tech guy if you're not techie. All right, this is the part that gets a little hairy, right? So integrations, right? Let me pull up my Paint again. Give me 1 second here, and let's talk about integrations. Untitled. Okay, you guys see my screen again on my Paint. I'm gonna erase my beautiful drawing here, and we're gonna talk about integrations, right? Integrations, right? So there's a lot of things you've got to integrate when you're thinking about everything you're doing. First things first, I'm going to put 3 boxes here. These are going to represent your sales pages. All right, kind of winging this here. So sales page, front end. All right, I'm going to call it front end. FE stands for front end for those who are going, hey, what's FE stand for? OTO1, right? I'm going to show you guys this, and this may overwhelm you, but I want to show you this because I need to show you the things that you need to be setting up, okay? This is going to be a different one here, so I'm going to set up this one. This is going to be your money side, how you're going to collect your money. This one's going to be your autoresponder. All right, I'm going to show you all the technologies. This one's going to be your like an affiliate platform or like a marketplace, affiliate, marketplace, something that you're going to be using here. And what else am I missing here? I think I'm trying to think if there's any more here that I'm thinking of here. Money, autoresponders, affiliates. I've created my programs. Oh, duh, I forgot. So then you've got to have your other little stuff here. So I'm going to put little things here. So there is web hosting, okay? And then there's also your domain name, domain registrar, or your domain name. What's your domain name? And then I'm thinking here, who's hosting your videos, right? Here's your videos. If you have videos in here, this is obviously optional. So it's important. Oh, and the membership, actual membership site. So I'll put this here. All right. All right. All right. So these are all tools or things that you need to have when you're creating your membership. Now, I know you're looking at it right now going, holy cow, this is confusing, whatever it may be. And I get it. This is why we have replays. So you can watch this again over and over and make sure that you have it. All right. So I'm going to use this red pen, and I'm going to hopefully be able to continue to make sure I'll switch colors on you guys. So you got to make sure that your web hosting is hooked up to there, and to there, okay? So you got to make sure that's hooked up correctly and making sure that that's all working in unison here, and they need to be hooked up to each other, okay? That's the first thing. Then let's pick different color. You need to make sure your web hosting, your domain name are set up correctly, and then your web hosting, and that's it, okay? And then we're going to pick another color here. You need to make sure that your membership site and your autoresponder talk together, and you got to make sure your membership and your affiliate marketplace talk together, and your membership site and your front end, each one of your sales pages talk to each other just like that, right? Now, another color here. How about yellow? Then you got to make sure that your videos go to your membership site, your videos go to your sales page, your OTO and OTO1, okay? Again, don't get scared, guys. I'm just showing you this so you guys understand at the highest logic part, all right? And I know you guys are gonna be lost. I'm gonna ask you guys if you're lost in a second, and I expect a lot of answers because I'm okay with that because I know that it's gonna do. Then the money has to go to your membership and to your affiliate marketplace. Now, seeing that, how many people, number one, if you're absolutely dead lost, number two, if it makes sense to you? Show me a number of hands, all right? Perfect. Good. All right. That's what I want. So it's like, Sue said it looks like pop sticks. I'm sorry. My drawing is not that great. Okay. A lot of people are actually saying two. You guys get it. Awesome. If you are number one and it doesn't make sense in your head, I want you guys to watch the replay tomorrow or tonight or whenever it's available and watch it again and kind of slow it down. Let me go. I know I talk fast sometimes. I try to be super clear. It's just because I have passion and excitement when it comes down to it. I see you guys Facebook. I see you guys Charlotte, Rick. I see you guys talking. Leanne. Yeah, you guys get number two. You guys understand. Awesome. So you guys are glad. I'm trying to make this as simple, as dumbed down as possible. It looks absolutely scary, but it's not as scary as it is. It's only because I screwed it up by not organizing correctly. This is how you know that I'm just sharing information off the top of my head on how I'm creating this, all right? But you gotta do it. That's the thing. The only way that you're gonna make it happen and create this is to do it. And the only way I did it, Juan, is that I went off and actually did it myself to learn the processes. And then once you kind of know how all the unisons connect together, then boom, you are good and you can start creating that course. Ready? That's it. That's what your integration step is, which is why I made it a very, very simple integration. I tried to do it, and that's a basic structure. Magadale says that's a basic structure. Yes, I'm keeping it as simple as possible for you guys. when you start adding other things, upsells, downsells, auto respond, back-end webinars, this and that, you start adding to this and becomes like a giant Charlotte web. I can already imagine, I know Anik, when he does his product creation, this is the things that he draws on his whiteboards with his team, and they kind of talk about every little element and dig deeper into that situation, all right? Now, let us jump back to the text edit, get away from that crazy looking screen, and say, how do we connect it up together with links? Jewel, that's a great question. Get a tech guide. See, this is where I say get a tech guy here. If you're not techie, get a tech guy. Unless you really are confident in your tech skills, get a tech guy. We all have tech guys. I have tech people. I have multiple tech people. So does Anik. When I started online, even when I started, I had to go get tech guys. I had to hire them on Upwork or a freelancer, just like I get it. Basically, this right here, it was my these two places were always before it was called freelance Upwork. It was called God, I can't remember what it was called back in 2011. But you have to go out and find people to help you out. And these are my resources always. Freelancer and Upwork were my resources when it comes down to it. You post job ads and you got to just interview people and look for them. That takes a little bit of process. So let me pull that here so you guys remember that. All right. So I would actually go and literally go off and make sure that you're doing it. And who says, is it live? Carlos says, is this recording on live? Yes, it is. Oh no, Michelle says, how do you know it's not live? Okay, yeah, you guys are having your own conversation. Yes, it's live, guys. I hear you guys, I see you guys, all right? So if you're doing your integrations when you're doing this, and I spelled integrations wrong, I just realized that no one has called me out on that. I'm surprised no one called me out on that, right? Freelancer was Upwork, Fiverr. No, Elance, that's what it was called. Who was that? Elance, Cindy. Cindy is another second one. Hold on, I'm writing this. There was someone else, Sumit, I think it was, Cindy. Sumit, all right. I'm putting you guys in that whole, that giveaway thing that Anik does at the end. You guys are just getting it for participation. So instead of doing this whole thing, I'd rather do it this way. So I saw those two names already that have popped up. So you two guys are on it. And actually, you know what? I see a guy, Henry Odesk. That was the other name before it was called Freelancer. I think it was called Odesk. So Henry C. And I saw Cindy something, I can't remember. I can't find it. Oh, Cindy H. Okay. And then Sumit, I think it was. I can't remember Sumit, or I think it was. Oh, yeah. Sumit Sharma. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys are the 3 short lists already in my list. And let's see if I can get one more while I'm doing this. That's pretty cool. All right. All right, cool. So yeah, don't forget guru.com, says Scott H. Yep, that's another one as well that you can hire somebody, do that. All right. So, all right, the last but not least part, and I'm trying to make this as easy as possible, is collecting the money. Obviously, you guys want to collect the money. I don't really have to go into that too much because it says, how do I get my money? Once you're done, the final thing is just collecting your money. That's all we're talking about. How do you get my money? PayPal, Stripe, ClickBank, your own merchant account. There's other options out there when you're trying to do it. So, it's important that you're kind of looking at all of this when you're going through it. And I appreciate that you guys have all paid attention to this so far, and you guys are learning this when it comes down to it. So getting your money, pretty simple. There's nothing to do. All these things go back to that whole integration page, and we're going to set it up. And once you're done here, you guys are ready. You're done. These steps, not going to be something that's going to be super easy, but it's going to be the way that you can do this. How you can build a digital business with unlimited scale. Literally, when you're churning out product after product, right? Oops, let me pull this up real quick. When you're churning out product after product, this is the thought process I want you to think about when you're creating product after product, okay? When you're creating product after product, it works like this. So you create one product and just get one sale a day, and then you can make, let's say, $60 for that, right? Then you create a second product, and you can get one sale a day, and just keeping it really simple, $60. So that's times 30. That's about $1,800. You create your second product, and you're still making it, and you're making about $1,800 on that one. Create your next product, and so forth, right? And then here's where it gets really cool, right? I'm just creating 3 products here. What's really cool is once you have these 3 products, you should be staying in the same niche. You can take that one sale a day and promote your other 2 products. Now, remember, they're your authority. They're listening to you. So you can literally up those sales by sprinkling your sales back and forth and kind of creating a circle of different products that you're promoting to each other that are all the same, different products, but they're the same ones. And that's how you start infinitely scaling different products. Some of the best people in the world that I know that do 7 figures a month have like 50 products, 60 products in their marketplace. And now I know what you're thinking. Holy cow, 60 products. That sounds incredible. That sounds so much. But guess what? You do one, every time it gets easier and easier and easier. And by the time you get to that, if you're doing 5 products, for example, you have enough money. So if 1,800 times 5, what's that real quick? 1,800 times 5, that's $9,000 a month. That's 8. If you have 5 products doing 1 sale a day at $60 a sale times 30 days, that's $9,000 a month. Now you can afford to hire someone to help you out, and you can start growing it. Rinse and repeat, says Juan. That is correct. So that's it, guys. I literally have kind of given you the ultra crash course over these last 2 webinars on how to create a product and what to do, all the steps that are required. And I tried to break it down in the easiest way possible for you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it so far. And if you guys don't want to go through all this stuff, tomorrow on June 8th, Thursday, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so about an hour before today started, we have a webinar that I'm going to be doing where my company will actually do this whole thing for you, and you just sit back and say, I want to name it this. This is my domain name. I want to name it whatever. This is the niche based on our niche selection that we have that we're experts at and what we feel like we're good at. We're going to tell you, all right, these are the courses that we are going to do. And I'm going to tell you transparently the structure of the products that we offer, because it's all about what we're comfortable with, because we know we can create, okay? That's what we're going to do. And then tomorrow we're going to build it. We're going to take you from designing your logo based on your creation and expectations. We're going to design your e-covers that you have for your products. We're going to create your funnel. We're going to give you a membership area. Remember this whole thing where it costs you money to create that, buy that membership? I'm going to give you a lifetime license so you can create as many as you want. Remember this part here? Where was that? Right here. So remember this part here. We're going to give you a license to a membership site without paying a monthly fee. We're going to pay for it in full for you on your behalf as part of the thing. We're going to hand that to you as well. We're going to create everything. We're going to integrate. We're going to do that whole crazy funnel web that I showed you just a second ago, that whole paint thing that I did. We're going to do that for you as well. And we're going to hand it to you ready. The only thing you got to do is drive traffic to it, and that's it. And Anik has some great stuff about that, and that's literally the thing. That's absolutely traffic ready, so that all you have to do is make sales. We hook up everything else for you to the best of our ability. That's what our service does for you, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, and that's what this is right here. So that's what I want you to do.
Hey, Jimmy, I just want to quickly ask everyone, who hasn't registered for this and is about to right now? Just type in the number 1 if you haven't yet saved your seat, but you're about to save it right now because you want to be there tomorrow at 8 p.m. All right, we got a lot of people. Donna, Tina, Suman, Carrie, Daniel, Veronica, Sundar, Steve, Cindy, Ryan, Pat, Jane, Rose, Julie, Philip, Phil. Wow. Guys, what's holding you back? Come on. It's, you know, I got to tell you, we're already a little overbooked on this as is. We just crossed 600 people registered. I had actually wanted to keep it between 500, well, around 500, and we are now at over 600. But because I do know that not everyone shows up, you know, we let it kind of slide for a little bit longer. And I see a lot of people also here on Facebook commenting. So make sure that you are there tomorrow, okay? 8 o'clock. So these sessions, these Success Weeklies, they happen at 9 p.m. So this is not 9, this is 8 p.m. You're going to get separate reminders tomorrow from GoToWebinar. You're also going to get them emails from us. Now, Nima is asking, where do I register? You go to the URL right on the screen. It's www.lurn.com/done. We will not.
Putting it in the chat box too.
What's that?
There. I said I'm putting it in the chat box for him too, so
Okay.
they can just click on it.
Awesome. Yeah, and I want to be very clear. We will not be live on Facebook. We will not be live on YouTube. I don't want this publicly aired because in the end of the day, really, Jimmy can only take a very small handful of people that he does this for. And, you know, so tomorrow's webinar, when you come on, we're going to walk you through the concierge service. There's not going to be much more than that. It's going to be nice, short, and sweet, and you get a chance to make a decision if it's right for your business. How many of you are excited are going to be there tomorrow? Type in me if you're going to be there tomorrow. Type in me if you're committed. Elizabeth is committed. Lynn, Pablo, Angela, Michael, Juan, Pat, Miguel, Patricia, James, Anna, Dan, JB, JR, Daniel, Keith, Christy, Linda, Ron, Donna, Damien. I mean, we got a lot of people. Now, this is a good question. People are asking, hey, Anik, are you going to do a replay? Here's the deal, okay? I doubt it. And the reason I doubt it is because Jimmy's got a limited number of seats of people that he can bring into his concierge program. Now, if tomorrow, and most likely this is going to happen, he runs out of seats, there really wouldn't be any point in doing a replay because that's all we're talking about on that webinar is the concierge program. And if we can't take any more seats, if he can't take any more, then I won't be actually doing a replay. So tomorrow is just like this bonus session. It's not part of our regular sessions. And by the way, if you happen to be watching this on a replay, then I apologize, but you did miss the opportunity. It's gone. The webinar's already come and gone, and I'm not sure if there's a replay. So, we got 640 people at the current moment. I'm going to wait for us to I'm going to let another 20 or 30 seats come in here. Again, the URL is www.lurn.com/done. It'll just forward you to a GoToWebinar registration page. And all you have to do is put in your first name, your last name, and your email address. It'll save your seat. But please don't do this just for the sake of doing it, okay? Do it because you want to be there tomorrow at 8 p.m. You want to be seriously there. You want to give this a serious consideration. Obviously, guys, it's not going to be free. It cannot be free. That would be virtually impossible, right? So there will be some investment involved, but we don't really know exactly what that is yet. Jimmy and I are working through that. We're trying to get to the place that would be the best for you. It's not my service, but I'm speaking up for you guys. I'm fighting the fight with Jimmy. I'm just joking. He's been awesome about it, but there will be an additional investment involved. So just be there tomorrow. You'll learn more about it. I always like to make sure I'm very transparent with you. I'll let you know when something is going to be offered, and so you should come in with that preconceived mind. But at the same time, it's a powerful webinar and a powerful opportunity, and opportunities only knock at your door every so often. So www.lurn.com/done. That again is learn.com/done. All right, so go register right now. Jimmy, a little sneak peek on what we'll be sharing tomorrow. Do you want to give everyone a quick little sneak peek and kind of give them a clue?
Yeah, so basically we're going to talk about everything. So you guys saw all the stuff that we did right now, and I think I talked about it for a second there. Imagine just the best way I can say it is imagine having you telling us what you want as far as your niche based on the niches, the 8 niches that we are the best at. We tell you the niches that we offer, and then you tell us which one you want. Then we help guide you. This is a concierge program. You work with one member in my team the whole entire process. They reach out to you, and you fill out a form, and we start getting design done for you. We start getting the logos and your book covers done for you, and everything, just all the different elements of design. Then we go off and we take a couple weeks. It does take a little bit of time, obviously. This is why it's limited, because it literally is real people working here in San Diego in my office. It's not an outsourced project. We literally have a process in place where each team member that is assigned from my design team to my project managers to everybody who works with you to make sure that it's done. And we create the whole entire thing. We load it into a membership site. We give you that membership site with a lifetime license so that you have that software that you need. Instead of paying monthly, we give you that lifetime license with it. Then from there, we go and we integrate everything from your affiliate network to your autoresponder to making sure you have every little element done there. And then the final step is we collect and make sure that your payment's working, and then we test it all for you. We do the first sale on there. We do the full funnel there and make sure that everything works. It's delivered. The emails are getting working. The membership, everything is done, and we hand it to you 100% traffic ready. So when we say traffic ready, that's it. You are literally the last thing you have to do, and there's nothing to worry about with saturation and all that stuff because we limit it. We turn off different niches, and we're always offering a different group of products and groups that we have, and then as we hit the numbers, we stop offering that product or service, and we continue going through it. So there's a lot of things there. We use the ones that we have and things that we're experts in. So if you have a tool, there's a chance that you may be able to get our tool and cancel, for example, a membership site. If you're paying $97 a month or $197 a month or whatever it may be, or $97 a year, you can even cancel it because we're gonna give you a lifetime license to the platform that we prefer, because it's literally the one that we use in our company. We're the experts at using it, so that's important for us. So we're doing every part. We do all the video hosting for you. We create the all the sales messaging, the copywriting for you. We do a little bit everything. Literally is the most ultimate silver platter. And I remember when I first told Anik what we're doing here and what I did for my first original batch of customers for my own list, I remember him and he said, "You're crazy. I can't believe you would ever offer that, especially at that price that you're selling it for. I don't know what you're doing. Can you do it for my students?" I said, "Anik, unfortunately, because I've got an overwhelming number of people who want and a wait list of hundreds of people at that time when this started, I was like, Anik, I can't even accept it. I can't even do this for your audience for right now." But it just came out perfectly that he said when he came to me in last couple weeks ago, he said, "Are you ready now?" And I said, "Yeah, actually, I can actually take a couple students right now." So if you're, obviously if you're ready and you are understanding, and there is an investment, of course. You saw the amount of work that I talked about, everything from the copywriting to the design to making sure the videos are right, the video sales letters are correct, the long copy hybrids, right, the integration. You guys saw the amount of work putting into that you have to put in to do it yourself. So there is a cost for it, but you'll be very, very surprised how not expensive it is comparably to the amount that you just saw and the cost that you saw when it comes down to it. So guys, if you're interested in learning all about that, I'm going to be super transparent as Anik has done, and that's what I do in my business as well, because I learned from Anik that we are going to continue to be transparent and tell you guys exactly. It won't be a super long webinar. We'll have Q&A at the end of this, at the end of the training as well. We'll have a Q&A, right? And I'll try to answer as many questions as you want. I know I'm not going to be able to answer all your questions today here on this webinar, but what I can do and promise you guys, because I'll have you guys all inside of one room instead of having you on Facebook and YouTube. I see you guys Facebook out there. You guys will have to do it, but the only way I'm going to be able to do it is to have you guys all in one little room when it comes down to it, right? So that's how you're going to be able to do it, and that's what we're going to do, and we'll be able to offer a certain amount. And this isn't false scarcity. I want you guys to be super clear when I say I can only offer a limited number. There's no false scarcity. You guys saw the amount of work we have to do for you, right? So if we're doing that kind of work, I can't take hundreds of people into this and then say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and deliver your product for you in 9 months from now. That just wouldn't be fair to any of us. It wouldn't be fair to you. It wouldn't be fair to me. So we are doing first come, first serve, which is why there probably won't be a replay even available if we fill up those spots. And then the second part is literally just making sure we can do it. All right. So that is it. So make sure you're signing up here, lurn.com/Don. If you're interested in learning more, I'm going to have a presentation for you. It won't be that long. It won't be as long as, hours or whatever to get to it. I'm going to be very clear, transparent, tell you niches, tell you how it's done, tell you the pricing that's available for it, and that's it. And then if you want to join, you can join. If you want to ask questions right there, you can ask me questions. But as we fill up, again, first come, first serve. The moment we hit our cap, I don't know that number yet. I'm waiting for Kristen here on my team to tell me that number tomorrow morning and tell me how many we can accept. And once I have that number, I know my hard cap. I think it's going to be somewhere around 30 or 40 people max that we can accept that, at the max. And I'm going to have to work with that when it comes down to it. All right. So that's what it comes down to. We take you everything and set up everything you can do and make sure you have it ready for you too. So that's it, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation over the last 2 weeks. I really enjoyed my time with you guys so far, and I've had a great time doing it. Anik, anything closing? Oh, we have to give away stuff.
Yes, Jimmy, you need to pick 2 people today. You get to pick 2 people who are going to win the $500 Learn Fund giveaway.
All right, let me pull up a Facebook thing because I pulled up three names here already. I'm going to pick up 3 more names off Facebook of Lurn Inc. Facebook.com/Lurn Inc. is where I'm going. Lurn Inc.
Hey, most of them, Jimmy, are watching on Facebook.com/OnyxandGolf.com. Just FYI.
Oh, okay.
That's emails directed everybody to go watch it there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to OnyxandGolf.com then. Sorry, guys. Psych. I'm just kidding around. This is how I keep you guys on your toes. Let me share my screen here to where are we here? Safari, Onyx and Golf. Okay. All right. I'm showing the screen now again with Onyx face on here. All right. So where are we? We're here, right here. Okay. So here, I'm going to pull this up. Hopefully I can keep the sound off here so I'm not overshadowing my own sound. Okay. Okay. So I'm here and all right. So in the box, I want you guys to type in, we're having a little fun here. What's the #1 thing that you guys learned that that you guys found the most value in this training. I want to know for myself. So number one thing that you found, put it in the box. I'm going to pick one once we get where we have I don't even know how many comments we have. I can't tell. All right. Number one thing, and you have learned here today, put it in the Facebook chat here and tell me, oh my God, this thing's going so crazy. Not me. Why are people typing Mia? Am I missing something here? Oh, for some reason the sound's coming on.
No,
1 second.
Jimmy, it could just be a delay on Facebook.
Here we go. There's the people there. Okay. All right. So let's see. Integrations, complex. Okay. Everything will pumped up. All right. Let's see. How do I pick this? I'll give it a minute while you guys go in here and start typing everything, and I'll pick three more people here. All right, Catherine Darko, I like that answer, so I'm putting on the list here. Hold on 1 second. I've got a secondary list here. Catherine Darko, okay. All right, let's get one more person. Oops. All right, I'm gonna have to just switch to screen 2. Ooh, I don't know what screen I'm showing. Oops, sorry, Rick. I know I just screwed up something. Hold on. There. Okay. Let's see. I learned how to go from 0 to hero. I like that answer. That's fancy. So get this answer here. Oh man, I'm creating all sorts of messes here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it off here in a second.
What are you doing, man?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pick one more name.
Everyone, this is proof that we do not need to be brilliant to be very successful on the internet.
Yeah.
Jimmy and I are on a daily basis, always messing things up and breaking them.
Yeah, you guys are seeing all sorts of weird stuff. Ignore it. Okay, Javon. All right, I'm picking Javon. All right, I'm done here. I'm going back to my other screen. All right, so there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the names are all screwy and wonky because I copy and pasted. So ZZEZORS. Because I liked your name, I picked you. And I liked your answer, Javon J. So you guys are all in the running. So now, last time I did this like generator thing, so I'm gonna generate it over here. Number generator. All right. So you guys are gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's actually really fun on it, by the way. Let's see here. Let me pull this
You have
up.
made this way more technical than I ever have. I usually just go, you win.
No. We got to do it fair and even, right? So that's the only way you can do it. All right. So we're gonna switch back to Safari. So you guys see the numbers on there. We're jumping over here. So we're gonna generate the first number out of 6 and 5. So congratulations, Henry C. I don't even know where I found you. This is probably the problem that I'm going to have. So you could probably need to contact support if your name is Henry C. And then we'll do it one more time too. All right. So the two people that have won, you cannot make up this name. So Gregors G and Henry C. You guys have both won today's, I guess, Learn Success. What do you call this thing again? The giveaway? Fund? Anik? Did I lose you?
Oh, sorry. It's called a Learn Fund giveaway.
Learn Fund giveaway winners. Guys, congratulations. Say congratulations to everybody who has won here. Henry and Gregory's, I guess is what that is. Congratulations, guys, for winning today's Learn Fund giveaway. I think you guys have to email or something. You have to email, right, Anik?
Yeah, well, it just depends. But the easiest way is to write down support@learn.com, support@lurn.com. If you're on the GoToWebinar, one of our team members may catch you and message you. If you're on Facebook, one of our team members will most likely catch you and message you. If you're on YouTube, one of our team members will most likely can catch you as well. But if you don't hear from any one of us, then just go ahead and type us an email at support@learn.com. It's again support@lurn.com, and just let us know. Give us your name, your profile, and we'll check you out. And we will send you your $500 money. Remember, do not use it for Xbox or PlayStation. Use it for your business. Now, listen, everybody. So next week we are going to kick off into something we're calling, I actually don't know what I'm calling it yet, so I'll figure it out tomorrow. But we're going to be talking about email. So it's going to be a full-on email workshop for 2 weeks, and I've got some really big news. On the 21st of this month, I will be releasing something called the Digital Boot Camp. It'll be 100% free for everybody to register for. Awesome free training that we call the Digital Boot Camp. I'm actually going to be filming it tomorrow. I'm really excited, so you should get pumped up too. So make sure you're here the next 2 weeks, because you'll get a lot of information and value about how to basically build an email marketing business. Plus, I'll give you a absolutely free course on the Wednesday 21st. Make sure you are here. With that said, Mr. Jimmy Kim, thank you so much, sir. It has been an honor. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. If you haven't signed up yet, we had 600. Let me just check right now. We are at 693. We're going to let 7 more people save their seats. 7. That's it. So www.lurn.com/done. Go to it. Save your seat. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Mr. Jimmy, I will see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. too. Thanks for everything. It was an amazing session, and you poured your heart out this last 2 weeks. Everybody, let's all type in a big thank you, Jimmy. Everybody, type in a big thank you, Jimmy. Learn Nation style, for a guest who comes in and takes time away from their family, their business, their everything to just teach us. We type in big old thank you, Jimmy. All right, there you go, Jimmy. You see all the appreciation.
Wow. Yeah, I appreciate you guys too as well for listening to me babble for the last 2 weeks and teach you guys something. And I hope one day, regardless if you guys take on, come tomorrow to the offering here, lurn.com/done, or you guys go off and do it yourself. I hope one day I get to meet you, or I run into you on social media somewhere, and you guys are like, hey, because of your training I learned from you today, I was able to go and do this and create my business and sell people and liberate myself and create my online business and all that good stuff. And I hope at least one person, if not more, comes from here, and the hundreds of people that I saw here today over the last 2 weeks. I hope I can see that too as well too. So that's my only thing, my only closing statement there. But with that saying, thank you guys for the warm welcome, the amazing engagement. And I look forward to seeing all you guys that are looking to work with us further at lurn.com/done tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, June 8th.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. We will see you either tomorrow, or I will see you next week on Wednesday at Success Weekly. As always, this is Onyx Segal reminding you, when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. See you guys later. Thanks, Jimmy.
Bye.